Hey, okay, we've been really busy the past 2 days. I was working on my son's Halloween costume, my daughter's Halloween costume, my Halloween costume, and my husband's mask. Or I'm about to start working on his mask. So I'm having to make crowns out of clay, and I'll post some pictures here. And I'll show you the early, like, cutouts of some of the costumes here. I keep kind of having to think back because I haven't recorded any of that yet because my camera was in the car and I had to go get it. So now you actually took my dad somewhere, so you had the van when I was cutting the stuff out.
That sounds like a you problem.
So it's funny. My husband's over here like giving me crap, but he didn't want to be in the shot. So now I should just put in the other footage to make him mad.
I'm in the shot.
Your leg is.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
I still have it. Anyway, so what I'm about to start doing is working on this mask that we got from one of the Halloween stores. It's actually it's a pretty hard mask. It's got like a matte inside. It's not soft at all. It's really, really hard. But it's almost like they painted like a faux leather paint on the inside. It's really not thick. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway. And then it's got this like stretchy strap for it. So we're going to make this look a little bit cooler. We don't like how shiny this is. It's a little too, it looks very.
It looks like a mask.
It looks very plasticky. It almost looks like, I said it looked like a bat and a deer had a baby. So it's quite shiny. It's like a beer. It's like Batman decided to get with the Wendigo. But anyway, so we're going to get to work on that, and then I'm going to figure out how we're going to paint it, and then I've got some other cool stuff that I'm going to do with it. But I'll show you guys some more of my crafty things that I've been working on. But I've been rushing because Halloween is 2 weeks away, and my costume is pretty well done except for the crown. My daughter's costume and my son's costume I'm having to basically make from scratch. Because my son wanted to be Oogie Boogie, and here are some pictures of what all of the online costumes look like. And they just look sad. Like, just sad. Except for, like, this one. This one's cute. It's adorable. Look at his feet. So, anyway, my daughter wants to be the queen of the bats. So I'm having to make her a Batwing costume. They don't have these. I've been to, like, about 3 different Halloween things. There are no, like, bat costumes. It doesn't make sense that there's no bats. Halloween dictates bats. Bats and spiders and snakes, ghosts, pumpkins. Come on. I mean, like, it's in a basic core group of all of this.
But it's not a sexy bat. Or a sexy ghost.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm really annoyed because, like, I don't typically like the pre-made Halloween costumes because they look hokey. For, like, a kid's thing, it's fine. But for, like, adults, I like something that actually looks really cool. And things are kind of getting more detailed and kind of, like, upgraded as far as some of the Halloween, like, stores sell stuff goes. But, yeah. So we don't have a bat costume, and I'm having to make her one. And, yeah.
It's going to be cooler anyway.
It will be cooler. This is true. I like the fact that I'm crafty. I like the fact that we have good ideas for what we want to do. And they're kind of like complete ideas. Whereas last year I only had a slight idea as to what I wanted to be. So anyway, and we found some cool places that we're going to go to wear our Halloween costumes. Because last year, me and my husband didn't even dress up because we kind of didn't end up finding a place that we could go. Like,
We dressed up, didn't we?
No.
Stone Mountain.
We did, technically we
I was
dressed up.
up.
Okay, yeah, I wore my Renaissance outfit last year.
Still counts.
Yeah, well. But, so technically, but that wasn't what I was
Ooh, where's my
wanting
play
to.
Dr. Mouse?
So that's kind of what we're doing right now. And this intro has gone on way too long. Okay, so. Also, if you see me without my ring on right now, it's because I was playing with clay and I didn't want it to get all messed up. What I decided to do right here was to take and mix some paint and give it kind of a good base color before I really started on the rest of it. I just felt like it was such a complete and total singular color that it needed a little bit more to give it some depth, to make different areas kind of pop, and that's kind of where we just started. My goal while working on this mask was to make it look a little bit more dried out and rugged. It looked extremely leathery when we first got it and very plasticky, which is why I sanded it to start. Now I'm going in and adding a little bit of brown paint and then wiping it off a little bit with a paper towel just to give it a bit more of a dried out, leathery type of look to it. A lot of this was just me playing around with different colors to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more definition, some highlights in some areas and different things like that. Obviously, I ran out of black paint, so right here I'm using t-shirt paint to make the black look more fancy. But for real, I was a little nervous about using that black because it has a little bit of a shimmer effect to it if you look really close, and that really was not what we were aiming for with this mask, but it's subtle enough and I mixed it enough to where I think it turned out pretty good in the end. Can we just take a moment to appreciate what the paint water is doing at this moment? It's just swirling around. It looks so pretty. I didn't even realize this when I was doing it, but it just keeps on going right around.